Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back another video from Giguk, and today we're checking out Anime Doesn't Get Better Than This. So, I think, just from this little still frame and the thumbnail, we are watching a video about, I can't remember what it's called, but it's about the guy who kind of like, the weird anime where it was about the learning of rotation of the Earth or something like that, and how it just like becomes a big like thing. Highly recommended at the beginning of the season from like Mother's Basement and Giguk, but I feel like Solo Leveling has just completely overshadowed everything that came out. So I'm hoping this is going to be the one that makes me go, I need to go back and check this out, because I like going back and checking out other shows that I missed out. Like checking out Jeff's from Mother's Basement's like Hottest Trash Tastes Late. That was an interesting one. So let's check this out. Anime doesn't get better than this.
じゃあ、今まさに空を動いているのは何なんです？
地球だ。
地球ってそんなわけ。
Wait, it's spinning? What?
地球
You have never seen an anime like this before. Peak is one of the most overused words in the anime community.
Very
right
much
now.
so.
I swear, people are calling anything peak now, as long as it's the newest shiny thing to enter our community.
The random cut to a person called Peak in Attack on Titan, that's genius.
Hot new show everyone seems to be talking about. Peak. Flashy, well-animated fight scene just dropped. Peak!
Yeah, but... come on, don't you dare.
This man has aura. Oh, bro, that's fucking peak! It's been used
It was, though, come on.
so much that when a series comes along that embodies what that word should mean, I don't even want to call it that in case it cheapens the experience it brings. But recently, a show has come along where no matter what word I use to describe it, I still feel it wouldn't be doing it justice, because no words I say can properly convey the experience it gave me. It is simply that good. An anime that is not just a passing fad, doesn't have flashy fights, but simply gives you a one-of-a-kind experience that showcases the true depth of the human
What is the
spirit.
name of
That's
this
as
anime?
beautiful as it is inspirational, and, like many of the truly greats, has something I feel many of us need to hear. A show that, to me, is not just in the running of anime for the season or even anime of the year, it's right up there as possibly my anime of the decade. And I say that knowing
my
full well
God.
that this decade will have the likes of Frieren, Dandadan, and Vinland Saga in it. That show was Orb. It's alternate history Poland, a time when everyone knows the Earth is the center of the universe, and the church gets a little pissy if you imply anything but that, branding anyone who spreads opposing ideas as heretics and tries to make them see the light by making them see the light.
Yeah, it's meant to be really dark at times, isn't it, this?
Rafal, a normal kid searching for an easy life, has a chance meeting with a scientist and, under some extenuating circumstances, tells him about this little thought experiment that turns his whole world upside down. Or sideways. Or left to right. Or, yeah, I guess space technically doesn't have any directions. Rafal, you've become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet. Are you putting together a team? I'm putting together a team.
Where's this going?
We're gonna call them...
The Heliocentrists. Okay. I can't get enough of this, the Marvel stuff. I'd literally been watching a load of Marvel stuff today just to get, like,
Heliocentrism, the idea that the very Earth they are standing on is actually moving. An idea so profound, so dangerous, it could get them tortured and killed. And yet
That's
this
crazy.
little conversation starts a domino effect of a journey spanning years, spanning decades, about man's perseverance in the pursuit of truth and knowledge
to
no
watch
matter
this.
the cost. So, it's an anime about proving the Earth rotates around the sun? But, ew, isn't that like boring space shit? Okay, first off, you don't find the concept of turning the world upside down with one of the biggest scientific discoveries in history interesting? It's okay. I'll just find someone else to talk about all these 3-hour space facts to fall asleep to videos. And secondly, watching anime can sometimes be like eating pizza. I'm going somewhere with this, I swear.
Okay,
I've always
okay.
got time for good pizza. Who doesn't love a good pizza?
mate.
There are
Do you know what's
so
so weird? I'm literally gonna order pizza tonight. I was like, I'm gonna take away. I want a pizza. I want it to be like a meat feast. I want a barbecue based pizza. Maybe stuffed crust, I'm not sure, and then a side of chicken wings, I don't know, but man, that's hilarious.
variations. You can order one of the big three if you just want something comforting and familiar. A New York slice if you want to destroy your body in a great tasting way. Stone-baked sourdough if you feel a little fancier. Some of you sickos like Hawaiian. It's okay.
I
Through a period of
love
my life-
Hawaiian, actually, maybe. I'm thinking meat feast, barbecue base, huge pizza. I'll eat all that tonight, and then I could get a small Hawaiian pizza for tomorrow. Oh my god.
Where I wanted to feel different too. I will never get bored of pizza, but at the same time, it's pizza. I know what to expect. I've had it a million times before, and I will continue to do so. But then, I remember the first time I tried skimen, a dish I would have never heard of if I didn't move to Japan, and it awoke something in me.
Right.
A noodle dish burst full of flavor, unlike any ramen dish I tried, and right there and then,
Skimen.
a new craving had formed. A craving I had never
Damn, that
had
looks
before.
so
And as you get
good.
older and continue to try new things, experiencing that first bite of this completely new dish, something you've never tasted before, gets harder and harder to find. And it's moments like that that reminds you there is more to life than just pizza.
Yeah.
What was I talking about again?
No, I get this. This is so
I've seen
true.
in anime before, and that's such a rare feeling to have now. Does that mean you're necessarily going to fuck with it because it's something new? No. But Orb is one of those cases where exploring something new allows them to do something magical with it that you rarely get to see in other anime. Right off the opening bat, the show sets up its world, sets up its goals. We're going to drop the biggest bombshell this globe has ever seen, and we're going to do it without getting caught. You understand what's happening. You get the general direction the story is heading, and that's the exact moment it grabs you by the neck and choke slams you onto the ground for thinking you were smart enough to know where the plot was taking you. Almost immediately, you realize the stakes are real and it is not here to fuck around. As soon as you think you know what is going to happen next is the exact point where you should be the most afraid. It is rare nowadays that a series does something that is genuinely able to surprise me once, and yet Orb was able to do it like half a dozen times. This is a show that doesn't play by the book, it rips it apart and writes its own, all led by the greatest anime villain we've seen of this decade thus far. Normally when we talk about anime, we use other anime as a frame of reference, but I haven't seen a character as terrifying as Novak since Christoph Waltz's performance in Inglourious Basterds.
Oh, mate,
A man
yeah,
whose sheer
he
presence
was
doubles your blood pressure when
creepy.
he's on screen.
Well, not
demanding
creepy,
your
but like
attention
scary.
in every scene he's in and refusing to let go. A smart, calculated man, ruthlessly efficient in his job of catching heretics, but the most terrifying thing of all is that he's someone who sees themselves as completely in the right and can use that as
Yeah.
justification to enact some of the most
Just like the guy in Psychopath is like, I am completely right here. There is no way, and the system doesn't read it. It's like,
things a
what?
person can bring upon another human being. There are moments in this that craft the kind of tension where you forget to breathe because you genuinely do not know which direction a scene is going to go. Are we going to continue moving forwards? Is it going to head sideways, or is Novak dragging us all into hell? And you think that if you just let your guard down for a single second, somehow it'll affect the fates of the characters on screen. It has been so long since a show has been able to make me feel that. And yet, this high-stakes cat-and-mouse game isn't even the show's biggest strength, and Novak arguably isn't even the best character. Rafal, a boy too smart for his age who just wants an easy life. Baldani, an egotistical priest chasing achievements at any price. Ozki, a man desperately looking for hope in a world
So there's
without
a lot going
salvation.
on in this. Oh
Yolenta,
my goodness.
Schmidt, Albert, Draka, Hubert.
Damn,
all
there's
the best cast of
loads. This is
characters I've
crazy.
seen in anime. You'll be following the story of one character and you'll think this is him. This is my guy. You'll get invested in his story, get intrigued on their life perspective, start believing the same things they do, cheer for them to come out on top, and that's when the story will switch perspectives to some random ass character and you're like, "Pfft, who is this man? Who does this fraud think he is? This is not my guy." Then, through one single conversation, you'll perch up and think, hold on, let's hear what he has to say. You'll get invested in their story, get intrigued on their
Let him
perspective of
cook,
life,
let
start
him
believing the
cook,
same
okay.
things they do, cheer for them to come out on. This happens like 4 or more times. There is no protagonist here, only people working towards a common goal of the pursuit of truth no matter what the obstacles are. Each of
Interesting.
different ages, ideals, goals, and beliefs.
I'm
and
gonna have to
personal philosophy
slap this
shaped
on
by
my
their
watch
own
list
life
on Crunchyroll.
experiences, and all somehow as interesting as each other. It is bloody impossible to choose a favorite character here. Every single person introduced has their own reason for being a part of all this, some of them with completely opposing philosophies, and the series constantly lets them go at each other. One character will make a point and you'll be like,
その神に人格はないし解釈も不可能私はただ神の作った自然を崇拝するだけだ
damn, okay, maybe this guy's got a point. Then another character will retort, being like,
ちょっと待って、自然を崇拝すること自体が一つの解釈なんじゃ。
okay, wait, let him cook.
Yeah.
One of the most amazing things this show does. Listen to this. The
Everyone
thing
has a
it
bit of a
knows
point
isn't
going on here.
Nor is it heretics. It's part imagination and part curiosity. In short, it's truth itself. It spreads like an epidemic. Not even the host can control it. It's not the sort of harmless thing that can be tamed by an organization. Now, how hard does this quote go? And yet, it is one of just countless, uttered by every single character you meet, that can make enough inspirational plaques to fill up a Midwestern mum's bathroom. A wrong answer isn't a meaningless one. Heliocentrism is my faith. Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created? Actually, I think that's a quote from Spy Kids too. This anime is a non-stop battleground of ideas, and the chosen weapon is spoken word. It is a dense series. Incredibly dense. Dense in character, dense in ideas, denser than the Earth itself, denser than a neutron star. Not as dense as your mum. Yet somehow, it feels like there's never any fat to it. Every scene, every conversation serves a purpose. Even if it's not directly moving the plot along, the characters themselves never stand still. Metaphorically speaking, there's a lot of standing around in this anime. And yeah, for an anime that initially seems to be about sticking it to the church, yeah, science, bitch, pursue
Yeah, science, bitch.
Not once does it ever feel like it's preaching to you. It would have been so easy to try and preach a message, yet through its characters, it presents a point of view from both sides and allows you to come to your own conclusion, even if it's not necessarily the same ones the characters come to. Because with each passing conversation, you can slowly see the impact each character makes on each other's ideology. Little by little, they change each other. One person will completely stand for one thing, and then 5 episodes later, through interacting with the people around them, you see the character make a major decision that seemingly goes against everything they initially stood for. These aren't just well-established 3-dimensional characters. This is an absolute masterpiece of character-driven storytelling. Characters will talk, affect each other, shoulder the words of the people they meet, and change. Not necessarily for the better, not necessarily for the worse, but what's necessary for them. People will die without achieving their dreams, their ambitions left unfulfilled, yet not once do you feel like anyone left this story not finding what they were truly looking for. And it's fucking beautiful. I really cannot put into words how awe-inspiring the writing is here. Isaac Newton is one of the greatest scientists in history. This is a man who discovered the laws of motion, the laws of gravity, fundamental laws we still use today hundreds of years later. Then, as a side project to study the movements of the moon, accidentally invents an entire branch of mathematics you might recognize called calculus. All before the age of 26. And yet...
Wow. No, this does seem really fucking interesting, to be fair, though. Like, you could joke. This seems really freaking boss.
He had the audacity to say, if I've seen further, it is by standing on the shoulder of giants. This series embodies the spirit of that quote to its core. There are few shows that can so wonderfully showcase the true depth of the human spirit as Orb. Without power levels, without any screaming men pushing past their limits, it shows that progress is a collaborative effort achieved through the sharing of ideas and perspective, right and wrong. It is not a single person, it is people that write the course of history. People that have found a belief they will stand for against all odds. Barriers be damned. A belief shaped by listening to the people around them. Remember these two? Well, their conversation ends like this.
あなたが正しいとは全く思わない。
そのままお返しさせていただく。
Here are two people that can find no middle grounds, and yet by simply acknowledging each other's viewpoint, can still come to understand, affect, and eventually even trust in each other, and goddamn, is that not the kind of hope we need? The series puts every single one of these characters in a place where their truth is challenged, and asks, what is the right way to act when it happens? Cause the longer the series goes on, the more you realize it was never about proving heliocentrism was true, but that belief, blind belief, is one of the most dangerous mindsets you can have, no matter what that belief is. And that, I think, is one of the most important messages we all need to hear. In a time when it feels like the world could never be more divided, when nobody can seemingly agree on anything, this series shook me to my core. If Vinland Saga taught you that you have no enemies, Orb tells you it's okay to also just listen to them. It shows that true strength comes not from those who are always right, but from those who can concede when they are wrong. It's a reminder that you don't always have to agree, but that doesn't mean you cannot understand and empathize, because you are a part of something bigger. The world is so much larger than the little bubble you make for yourself, and with or without you, will continue moving. So, if that's the case, you should never forget to continue moving forwards with it. Orb is a series about moving the earth, and that includes all of us. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you very much this month
did.
to Author Curtis Eckstein, Basil, Dysfunctional Degenerate, Flabberwocky, Jonathan, Mike808, Misaka12315, Payne Patchett, Pony Stark, Shouting Zombie, Tubazo1989, Watergeist VT, and everyone else on my Patreon for helping support me for this month and making this video possible. You know, I didn't plan on making a video about Orb originally. I thought I would just wait for it to go on my end of year best of anime video,
Right,
but
fair.
after watching it, I think an anime like this comes along.
Oh, so
only
it's
once in a blue
worth
moon,
making-
So
wow.
please go and watch it. It is a fucking amazing experience. Anyway, though, I don't really have any more updates today, so I'm just going to keep it short and sweet today. I've been Giguk, and I'll see you all next time.
Damn. So, yeah, there's not often he does videos just about one specific anime. It's usually like the anime in a nutshell, or like a series, or anything that's going on, or whatever. So, yeah, Orb seems like it's something that I should just watch. I think I'll go into Crunchyroll, slam it into my watch list, and then pick at it. But I still got Shangri-La Frontier to catch up on as well. And, oh my god, the Sword Art Online, Gun Gale Online Season 2. I think I didn't even watch a single episode of that last season. That's crazy. But no one talked about that either, so... But anyway, thanks for watching.